Tony D and Little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Witchboard, as in a witch, and it's based on a 1986 movie that they made two sequels from the director of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, and The Mask. Comes the story. Well, they've kind of done this a bunch of times. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. The original Witchboard came out in 1986. I don't remember seeing it. Don't think I did. He's scary looking. It looks like, a horror movie. That's all it looks like. I mean, there's the same elements you see in every horror movie. I guess she's supposed to be a witch. I don't know. Only this time it centers around this ancient witchboard, which I gotta say, despite the really nice look of this movie, the prop for the witchboard looks, I don't know, it doesn't look ancient. It should be more ancient, and it's just it's got too much color in it. Yeah, it looks new. I would guess it's made of plastic, painted to look ancient and stone. It just doesn't look ancient to me. That prop, yeah, they needed to make this out of stone or that styrofoam that looks like stone. I think that would have sold it better. Not really buying that. I mean, but okay. So it's a Ouija board, an ancient Ouija board, essentially. You know what a Ouija board is, I assume. And in the original movie, I think they even call it a Ouija board. And they there's a witch. And some ghost connects to a girl using it, and then it becomes a whole thing. Filmed by Chuck Russell, some sort of master of horror. They're billing him as a master of horror. I've never heard of him. I don't remember him. But maybe. Trying to get to the credits here. There we go. Directed by Chuck Russell. Screenplay by Chuck Russell and Greg McKay. They did credit the original writer and director of the 1986 movie on the IMDb here as a writer as well, just not in the movie credits for some reason. Dare to play Witchboard. He kept it under 2 hours, so bravo on that. See, I'll show you the original one. Which one would you rather see? That Witchboard, which kind of looks like a roulette wheel. No, it did come on. What the hell? Or the more classic sort of Ouija board looking thing. I kind of like the Ouija board looking thing, if you ask me. Although it's not ancient, but they're not trying to make it ancient. You can see this one. This one really looks like 1986, doesn't it? I don't remember this movie at all, but I kind of lean towards the old school one. But, August 15th this comes out. It looks fine. I just don't believe any of it. Like, they're not selling me on it. I don't believe the board is old. Everybody's really trying hard to be sinister and evil and, oh, there's a board and we're going to use it to summon demons or whatever. Here's a scary scene where she's lying in bed and then hands come out of the bed and grab her. A bewitching reimagining. God, I hate that term. I hate reimagining of the 1980s cult classic. I don't think it was a cult classic, although they did make 2 sequels to it. But back then they used to crank out horror movies. The franchises They talk about today. There's a good shot at a board. See, it doesn't look that old to me. Is it supposed to be made of wood, maybe? I guess you could sell the wood part, but I don't know. There's too much color in it. It just doesn't look old enough to me. And granted, the other Ouija board doesn't look old at all. I mean, that looks like it was made in Parker Brothers factory, but it wasn't meant to look old, the other one. This one is meant to be an ancient thing. Not really working. They're showing flashbacks of a witch dancing around with fire. It would have to be completely stone. Like if it all looked like it was carved out of stone, yeah, I could kind of buy it. But then again, like it's too detailed. It would have to be simpler. The design is a little too much. Yeah, I just don't like that design. I mean, the Ouija board didn't have a design, really. It was just a Ouija board, but everybody kind of knows a Ouija board. Look, all this stuff is nonsense, but if you're going to do nonsense, do familiar nonsense, I say, right? You're trying to sell us on this new board. Why? So you could sell us the board? I guess. Not really buying it. I mean, I guess you could make a game based on it and sell it to people. Sell it to teenage girls who are staying up late. So maybe if you tied it into tarot cards or some real witch from the Middle Ages or something, you could make it work. Anyhow, what happens? Well, they find the board and then people start dying. Oh, don't use the board. Oh, but it gave me a new car. Oh, I'm going to use it. Oh, no, my boyfriend's dead. And an ancient witch. It's the same old story. This guy is the smug guy who knows everything. Maybe he's really the devil. So first act, I think the board is stolen. Or it might be an anthology. I'm not sure. I think the board is stolen, and then these people get it, and then they use the ancient board to, I don't know, do stuff. They connect back with the witch who does evil things. And then the second act, a bunch of people get killed. And then the third act, they, I don't know, the main character of the movie sends the witch back into the board and does things, and then that's the end of the movie. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So not much here on the write-up. Let's see. From horror master Chuck Russell, a cursed witchboard awakens dark forces, dragging a young couple into a deadly game of possession, deception, and supernatural terror in New Orleans. Well, that's okay. New Orleans is a good place for it. Maybe if you said it was from like the 20s. But I'm not seeing flashbacks to the 20s. Like that could be an object I could see from the 1920s. Or maybe in the 1800s, maybe in the 1700s, but not much further back than that. With some of the scenes in this, it seemed to imply like they got a witch dancing around somewhere here. She's dancing around and it's like a cave and she's in rags or furs or whatever. If you go back to maybe the 1700s, yeah, see here, she's dancing around a fire. I don't know, that looks further back than the 1600s to me. It may be even modern times, they're just whooping it up, but I don't know, it's the look. It's the look that's throwing me. Would I see it? Meh. Looks pretty much like your generic supernatural movies combined with a slasher film. People are gonna die. The witchboard is the cause, and then eventually, after a bunch of people die, they figure out how to destroy the witchboard or get rid of it. And they do, leaving it opening for the sequel, which is probably part of the reason they revived this franchise. But these franchises This was very much a direct-to-video kind of franchise. The first movie got some release, and probably the sequels went right to video because they came out in the early 90s. Yeah, I guess if it was on streaming, I wouldn't run to see it. It looks fine. You know, if you want some jump scares, maybe check out Witchboard, I guess. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on the green site, the orange site, and the black site for our other two videos. I will be at the Bridgeton Public Library tonight at 5 p.m. for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Come on down to the library and see the talk. Saturday, I will be at Lucille's Luncheonette. Looks like the weather's going to be okay from 10 to 2. Come on down, see the statue of the Jersey Devil, and get yourself a delicious lunch or brunch. Then on Sunday, 10 to 4, I'll be at the Sayreville Monster Truck Ice Cream I Heart Horror event. I don't know. They always have such a long title. It's going to be in front of the Monster. It's I think it's called the Monster Ice Cream Jamboree, something like that. It's sponsored by I Heart Horror. They do a lot of great shows. And we'll be in the parking lot there. There'll be a band, and that's from 10 to 4. And then, of course, I'll be exhausted, but we'll be doing the live stream. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.